Hey everyone, Shika here with NarcDojo. Coming to you today with a quick video, coming to you from the car. And this message is for people that are recently out of a narcissistic entanglement. Could be a couple of months, maybe it's a year, or maybe you just got out of one of these entanglements. And I call this an entanglement because it's not really a relationship. Or if you want to call it a relationship, then you were in a parasitic relationship. Understand that if you were entangled with a pathological narcissist, then you were in an abuse cycle. And this is kind of why it seems that there is so much back and forth. It is because you are in an abuse cycle. So understand that if you were in an entanglement, or if you were in an abuse cycle, with a pathological narcissist, then this person was pretending to be someone that they are not. And this is what they do. This is the disorder. This is the illness. So the narcissistic abuse cycle is idealization or love bombing, devaluing, discard, and again, hoover, and again, it's a cycle. So the narcissist is going to be mirroring you in the idealization phase. Again, this is what they do. They are mirroring you. So if you like R&B music, the narcissist likes R&B music. If somebody else like jazz, then all of a sudden they're also going to like jazz music. You're dealing with someone that does not really have a true personality. They really did not develop one. And this is why you hear me refer to them as underdeveloped souls, or why clinicians call this a personality disorder. So understand that you're dealing with someone with a impairment, a severe impairment at the psycho-spiritual level. And if we're talking about the psycho or the psyche or the personality or the soul, then they have an underdeveloped soul. So they have dysregulated emotions or underdeveloped emotions. What we're talking about here is emotional immaturity. So this is why you hear me state often that pathological narcissists are people that are rooted in their shame and they're unable to move past their pride. So it's a common misconception that they don't have emotions. They do have emotions. They're negative emotions, right? So at an emotional level, again, we're talking about shame through pride. These are negative emotions. When it comes to their willpower, we're talking about really impulsive and compulsive people. And this is why a lot of them are addicts. They do not have the ability to control themselves. And this is why you see them run off with the new supplier, whoever. They get pregnant by somebody else. They got somebody pregnant, etc. Again, you're dealing with people that cannot control themselves. And when we're talking about the mind, then you're dealing with someone that is losing their mind, or maybe they've lost their mind. You're dealing with people with more than a couple of screws loose. Understand that in their childhood years, you're dealing with someone that abandoned themselves. You're talking about someone that abandoned their true selves. They abandoned their spirit. And what happened was they developed a false self. The false self is the ego. It is the mask that they wear. Again, they're going to mirror you. So in the idealization or the love bombing phase, they were mirroring you. They put on a mask that was tailor-made to deceive you. And this is what they do for each individual that they go around. Because again, you're not dealing with someone with a true solid foundation. They really do not have a true personality of their own. Hence why they mirror you to get you wrapped up in an entanglement. Which is why when it gets to the devalue and the verbal abuse and the psychological manipulation, etc. comes in, you want to go back to the love bombing. You want to go back to the kind person that you met in the beginning of the relationship. But again, that person does not exist. And that is quite a bitter pill to swallow, that you were deceived, not from day one, but from day zero. Narcissists are con artists, con men, con women. And this is what they do with the different people that they meet. There's nobody to go back to. That person does not exist. It was a mask. It was a facade. And they put on these different masks depending on who they meet. And what they're doing in the love bombing, which is a manipulation tactic, because again, you are in an abuse cycle. When it gets to the devalue, you want to go back to the love bombing. But again, the love bombing was deception. So they have you in this fog-like state because you don't know the truth. Again, if you're in the entanglement, once you're out, you kind of have hindsight. You can look back and see things. However, when you're in the devalue, you're looking for the kind person that you met in the beginning. And again, this kind person does not meet. And the narcissist knows this. And this is how they set things up. Which is why when it gets to the discard, either you have to, end it, or maybe they run off with somebody else and then blame you for the problems in the relationship. They want to leave your head spinning. They want you to remember all of the falsities that you encountered in the love bombing or the idealization phase. They want you caught up with the false character that they gave to you in the beginning. They really want you to be sitting there along with all of their other supplies, thinking about the false person that you meet. Which is why when it comes to the Hoover, they will pretend to be, this kind person again, because they're going back into the love bombing. Again, it's a cycle. So when they try to Hoover you back, they're going to tell you that, they've been to therapy and they've seen the light. They got baptized, etc. They may send you gifts, etc. But again, it is just to get you back into an abuse cycle. Pathological narcissists are abusers. Plain and simple. They exist in victim abuser consciousness. Again, we're talking about people that are based in shame and are unable to move past their pride. You're dealing with people that did not become an individual, hence why they have a personality disorder. It's fragmented. They're all over the place. And when I say that they did not individuate or they did not become an individual, understand that these people have very severe arrested development. So at a physical level, their age could be, you could be dealing with a narcissist that is in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. This could be a narcissistic parent, could be a narcissistic partner, could be an intimate partner, could be a business partner, could be a sibling, boss, co-worker, best friend, etc. Physically, they're going to be one age, but I'm telling you, if you look behind the physical veil, they're somewhere between the ages of about 5 and 12. We're talking about arrested development. They're unripened fruit. Looks good on the outside, but on the inside, they're not well. They are underdeveloped souls. They are lost souls. They are dark souls. They're not filled with light. You are a light being. You're a spirit operating a human body with access to different tools or different faculties. So call yourself spirit, light, life force, source energy, prana, etc. Narcissists abandoned their light, which is why they're filled with darkness. I mentioned to you before again, your spirit operating a human body. Narcissists believe that they are their ego. What's the ego? The ego is a mind-made construct. It is a figment of a child's imagination, now existing inside of an adult's body. And when I say that narcissists are underdeveloped souls, or they're lost souls, or, they're between the ages of about 5 and 12, do not think that this makes them naive. One of my favorite quotes is by healer, author, and shaman, Dr. Malidoma Patrice Somé, and he states, if you keep a person in an adolescent state, then they're going to act militaristically. This means that they're going to be very violent people, very unhinged people, very dangerous people. Because take a look at their emotions. Again, they're based in shame and they can't move past their pride. Meaning on a really good day, pride is the best emotion that they feel. If not, then it's anger. or rage in their adult tantrums. Narcissists throw tantrums like 5-year-olds because, again, they have arrested development. So understand that when someone is based in shame, based in this pathologically low self-esteem so low that they'd probably have to look up to see it. Again, it's very minimal. If someone is based in shame, rooted in shame, they're going to be a very manipulative and controlling individual, because that is what makes them feel powerful. Again, at that low level vibration, that is what exists. Pathological narcissists are stuck in hell, and at best they get to purgatory. But pride cometh before the fall, so they're going to fall back down to shame. And understand that they have been in this shame pride cycle long before you came into the picture, and they're going to stay in that cycle because they do not believe that anything is wrong with their behavior. Pathological narcissists want you to adjust yourself to their abuse. They do not want to change. Why would someone that is superior and grandiose change? They don't believe that anything is wrong with them because they're filled with pride. Hence, they're going to be back down there to shame. And this is why they throw these adult tantrums. You know, when they're raging at you, they feel powerful. In their mind. Again, this is how their demented mind works. And again, you're dealing with someone that is losing their mind. But not only are they losing their minds, they are losing their souls. They are dark souls. And the longer they live in this ego, which is a figment of their imagination, the further they detach, they abandon their true self. And this is why you can't really know a narcissist. They don't exist. They're living in their ego. We do not exist in the same dimension. And that's where we're going to stop this video here today, people. Ensure that you are taking care of yourself. Show yourself the love, kindness, and compassion that you were giving to the narcissist. If you give a narcissist love, kindness, and compassion, it is going into a black hole. Do not be fooled into thinking that narcissists want your love. They don't want your love. They want your attention, your energy, your admiration, your adulation, and your reflection. Narcissists are unable to receive love, and they're unable to give you love because, again, they're based in shame and they cannot move past their pride. Love is all the way up there at level 500 on the Hawkins scale. Love is a positive emotion. Narcissists only have access to negative emotions. They're a big ball of toxic energy. Toxicity on the inside will eventually come on the outside. If you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you squeeze a grape, you get grape juice. What is inside will eventually come outside, which is chaos, drama, trauma, neglect, and abuse when it comes to pathological narcissists. Right, as always, give this video a like, share. Go ahead and save the videos if you appreciate the content. And I'll see you in the next video.